Hello, myself Dr. Dinesh Party. Welcome to my channel Digital Forensics for Beginners. In this video, which is titled as Network Miner, the digital forensic importance of the network miner tool to the digital forensic investigator is discussed. Network Miner is an open source network forensic analysis tool. Just unlike the Wireshark tool, which perform the capturing of the network packets which are incoming and outgoing in a network, this network miner tool it performs the analysis of the network packets. So it from those captured network packets, it give the various forensic important information to the digital forensic investigator. So what kind of informations are retrieved by the network miner? The information such as the operating systems running on a particular computer system in a network, the session that are going on between the various the computers and the client and the server. So their details is provided by this network miner tool. Also the host names means the client's names in a network, so that is also provided by the network miner tool. Also the ports which are open on the various client in the network, so that are also being detected by the network miner. Apart from that, this particular network miner tool can also be used to pass the PCAP files, that is the captured packet files. So that means we can use the network miner tool to perform the analysis of the packet captured files, which are that can be performed offline, and from that we can regenerate or reassemble the transmitted files and the certificate from the PCAP files. So what are the PCAP files which have been captured? So from that the network the digital forensic investigator can get the important files which have been transmitted from a network itself. The network miner tool can be used to perform the packet capturing on as a passive network. Also, it can be as a passive network sniper. Also, it can be used to perform that active network sniper as well. So that is the concept about the network miner tool. Now we see the demonstration of the network miner tool in order to extract the digital forensic important information from the incoming and outgoing network packets in a network. So this is an view of the particular network miner tool. So this particular network miner tool, it is available on the Windows as well as it is available on the Linux operating system also. So the various the tabs buttons which are provided as part of the network miner tools are host, files, images, the messages, credential, sessions, DNS, parameters, keywords, and the anomalies. So one by one, we'll explore all these tabs and their what kind of important information can be retrieved by using that particular from those particular facilities. So this is the particular option is we have to select a particular network on which for which we have to perform the analysis of the packets. So that we have to perform here in this. So certainly this particular network miner tool, it can be helpful for identifying the malicious insider as well, because whatever the activity that is being identified is being performed by the people working in an organization network. So the details can be detected from here. Suppose a particular client in the network is trying to connect to a particular remote host which is not authorized one in the organization, so it can be detected by using the network miner. Also the kind of file which have been transmitted from the network, so that can also be identified by using the network miner tool. So certainly it is having more forensic importance for the forensic investigator. Now we see what are the various facilities are provided by using this one. So as I said that we can read from the PKF file whichever are there. So that means we can open those particular PKF files which are already available, and we can perform the forensic analysis of those particular PKF file and to gather some forensic important information. Similarly, we can read from the packet cache, so that is also possible with this network finder tool. So the tools which are provided, like the start capturing, means once we click on this particular option, it will start capturing the packets. So already for the demonstrating purpose, I have started capturing the packets, and stop capturing will certainly stop the capturing. The clear GUI, so what are the facility means the information are captured, it will clear those the GUI. Like here, this is the option that is provided, means the view that have been provided here. So we can clear this particular view by using this clear GUI option. And what are the captured data is there, so that we can delete by using this particular delete captured data option. Now we see one by one these tabs and what are the facility we can achieve by using these particular tabs. The host, this particular tab provides the details IP address of the particular host. Like if I click on this, it will provide the details like the IP address of that particular host, the MAC, that is it is not providing the MAC, right? The operating system, that is the host name also, so that is being provided here. What is the port that is open? The TCP port that is open, it is shown here as 443. How many number of packets that have been sent? 69 packets received, like that. Incoming and outgoing packets, so that is being, we can get that by using this one. The wnswindows.com is the domain name of this particular host. Like this, we can get the details about the host which are connected in a network. Like this one, another is there, 116, this is one of the IP address, and we can get the details about that also. The TCP ports which are open, so that we can get about that particular the remote host. Similarly, we can get the details about the host in a network also. So that we can identify by using this particular network finder tool. So these are the number of hosts which have been connected to this particular computer system. So their details IP address we can get from this one, host IP host tab. Then another thing is about the files which have been transmitted in a network. So what are the files that we can get? We can transmit in a particular network. So those details we can get by using this one. Like the which is the source host which was transmitting the particular the files, and what are the file name, like the certificate is.microsoft.com certificate. So this is one of the file that was being transmitted. It was having the extension certificate. The size was that is provided is this one byte 2142, which was the source, means a particular source that has sent a certificate to this particular network. So that is being shown here, source port, the destination host, and the other details, and what time it was being sent, that is being provided at a timestamp. And where it is stored means the particular file where it has been reconstructed and where it is stored, so that is being maintained here also in a particular path, and we can get that details. So what are the incoming files to a particular network, also what are the outgoing files, it can be captured by using this particular network miner tool. And also we can store those particular files, like here automatically those files are going to be saved in a particular path on your hard disk, on your computer hard disk, wherever the network miner tool is running. So that is being shown here in the reconstructed file path. So we can see the various files which have been captured so far by the network miner tool. The next is about the images. So here actually there are no images are shown in this particular output of this image tab, but actually these particular images, whenever we click on this, what are the images that are coming and going out from a network, so those images we can get from this images tab. So that we can get, and certainly these images are going to be saved temporarily, means on the hard disk itself. So that part we can get. The messages that have been going on between the your network and the remote network or the remote server, so that details we can get from this particular messages tab. The credential, if we are sending some, means when you are connecting to a remote network, some kind of a user, the credential we used to send like a username, password, so those details we can get from this one. So you can see that the username and the password, so I have not sent any username and the password not connected to a particular network. So certainly that details is not, we are not able to get here. But this particular credential, means the network miner tool can capture the credential of the user. So certainly it is having the advantage also, the disadvantage also, because if the hacker try to access your network, means they can get the important credential from this particular network miner tool. The session that is going on between your computer and your computer in a network and the remote server, so that we can get from here. Like here, this is the client host, which is having the operating system as Windows. Okay, so then which is the server host? The session is going on between my computer and this particular computer, the server. So that is being shown here. So when it was started, so that is being shown here as well. That means the timing at which this session was started. So also uh, you can see here only this particular IP address, because currently I am using this laptop. So this is using that particular IP address. So I am part of this particular network, public network in my country. So I am using this. It has given this particular IP address for my network. So this is what the particular connection, the session that is going on between my computer, my laptop, and the remote host. So that we can get from here. What was the source port? 8443 is the source port at my site, which is open right now. That is being shown here, and the timing at which the session is going on. So that is also shown here. Another thing is about the DNS. So certainly from this one we can get the URLs whichever have been visited in a particular network. Like here I visited youtube.com, so the time at which I visited it, so also what was the, means from where that particular package, means request was sent, so that also we can get, like this client. Okay, and the client port which was used for making the request, the server for whom it was being sent. So all those things we can get from here. The query which was being made, DNS query, so which is was being made, so that is also we can get. So this is the important information. So from that one can understand, means the people in an organization, what kind of sites they are visiting. So that details we can get. Now another thing is about the parameters that are being sent between the source host and the destination host. So those details also we can get from here, like the certificate issuers. These are some of the parameter names and their values. So whenever some connection is going on between the two networks, some parameters they used to send, exchange between the two computers. So certainly these details you can get access by using these particular parameters. This particular tab, it identifies the or searches for the particular words which are specified in these particular tabs or in this particular options. So whichever the keywords we have specified here, so the particular keywords which have been identified or which have been found in a particular network page, relevant means in the network packets, and the particular network page or web page, so those details are provided here. So like the frame numbers for which that particular keyword was identified, the timestamp, what was the keyword, the context in which that particular word was identified, the the source code, and the destination host which has received that particular web page with that information. So that details only we can get from using these keywords. So then another is about anomalies. So what are the anomalies that have been detected in a network? So that details also we can identify by using these particular anomalies. Like whatever the here it specified the TLS data, a boundary is not on a TLS record boundary in frame. So this is one of the anomaly that have been detected here. Another anomaly that can be identified is suddenly suppose there is a suddenly there is a burst of packets going to a particular network. So such kinds of anomalies also can be detected by using the network miner tool. So these are the various the facility which have been available with the network miner tool, and in a particular organization. So this is of very much helpful to the particular organization. They can use the network miner tool to analyze the network traffic that is going on from incoming and the outgoing network traffic in an organizational network. So they can perform the analysis of those network packets directly using the network miner tool. And another important thing is about the anomalies can be detected. Like if there is an external attack that is going on the particular computer system or on the network itself, so it can be detected easily because it can identify some unusual behavior in the network itself. Like one example that I can give here, it is about the suddenly there is a burst of network packets going to a particular another unknown destination network. So certainly it is something anomalies and it can be detected by using the network miner tool. Thanks for watching this particular video. So if you like this particular video, don't forget to click on the subscriber button to get the notification for the future videos on the digital forensic topic. Thank you.